Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Claudette and I am your Jamaican Gypsy Granny. And today I want to talk about something that I've been, that coming out of my experience of being denied entry into Cancun recently. I started looking at different things that may have caused this. And one of the things that I think contributed to this is passport privilege. Have you ever wondered why some people can travel the world so freely while others face restrictions at almost every border? Take the Jamaican passport, for example. It offers unique advantages, but also some challenges. I'm going to break it all down for you today and compare it to other passports worldwide. Plus, I'll share tips for making the most of your travel opportunities. Let's jump in. By the way, if you're Jamaican or just curious about travel, let me know in the comments where you've been able to go visa free. I want to hear your experiences. All right, so let's start with the basics. What are passport privileges and why do they matter? A passport is essentially a key to the world, but not all keys unlock the same doors. Passports are ranked on how many countries their holders can visit without a visa or by getting a visa on arrival. For example, Japan and Singapore's passports top the global rankings with access to 193 destinations. That's nearly the entire world. On the other hand, countries like Afghanistan and Syria have much more restricted access. So, where does the Jamaican passport fit into this spectrum? Let's find out. The Jamaican passport is ranked among the mid-tier in global passport rankings. It grants visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 85 countries. This includes popular destinations like the UK, Colombia, many Caribbean nations like Barbados, Trinidad, and St. Lucia. But there are some downsides. Jamaicans will still need visas for key places like the United States, Canada, and the Schengen zone in Europe. These restrictions can be frustrating, especially since these are popular destinations for work, family, and tourism. However, with the right preparation, it's still possible to explore these regions. I remember one viewer telling me about their visa application for Canada. It was long, but they got approved by planning ahead. If that's your goal, please don't give up. When it comes to international travel, your passport can be more than just an official document. It's a marker of how you will be treated. Immigration authorities frequently categorize passports based on their perceived strength or credibility of the country it represents. Passports from countries with stronger economies, better diplomatic relations, or higher global status typically result in quicker, smoother entry, while passports from countries considered high risk or unstable often lead to more scrutiny. For instance, citizens from powerful countries like the United States, Japan, or the United Kingdom can enter many countries with little hassle, often enjoying visa-free access to dozens of destinations. On the other hand, travelers from countries affected by conflict, economic hardship, or political instability may face more questioning, longer waits, or even outright denial at the border. This difference is often rooted in global politics, security concerns, and economic power. When you are exposed to passport discrimination, it can be eye-opening and frustrating. Yet they are far more common than many realize. For example, my issue in Mexico at the border. However, travelers from certain nations or ethnic backgrounds often share stories of being subjected to more intense questioning, longer immigration procedures, and heightened security measures compared to others. These experiences are frequently influenced by the traveler's nationality, race, or even the color of their passport. Some travelers recount stories of being detained for hours, like me, simply because they are from countries that are stereotypically viewed as sources of conflict or migration. Others share how they were profiled based on their appearance or accent, even when they had all the proper documents in order. One particularly troubling aspect of passport discrimination is that many travelers may not even realize they are being treated unfairly until they reflect on their experience. For example, one might be asked invasive questions about their job, financial status, or personal life, while another traveler from a different background just breezes through the process without so much as a glance. Nationality and race continue to have a disproportionate effect on how travelers are treated at the border. Immigration officers who are trained to assess travelers for potential security risks often rely on assumptions about people based on their nationality or appearance. These biases can result in racial profiling, where individuals from certain racial or ethnic groups are treated as higher risks, regardless of their actual background. For example, travelers from Muslim majority countries or those with Middle Eastern or South Asian features often report being singled out for extra questioning or secondary screenings. Similarly, African travelers may be subjected to unnecessary delays or suspicion, especially if they are from countries experiencing political instability or economic hardships. This racialized treatment is not only unfair, but it also perpetuates harmful stereotypes that can affect how travelers experience different cultures and countries. So, what can you do to prepare and minimize your challenge at the border? So, even though cultural stereotypes and passport discrimination are unfortunate realities, there are steps that you can take to minimize the challenges that you might face at immigration. Preparation is key to reducing delays or complications at the border. Here are some practical steps. First, you should know the visa requirements. Make sure you understand the entry requirements for the country you're visiting. Different countries have different visa policies depending on your nationality, and ensuring that you meet all the requirements in advance can save you from unnecessary delays or denials. So what are you going to do? You're going to research. Remember, research. All right. The next thing is keep your documentation in order. Ensure that all your documents, including your passport, your visa, your return ticket, and proof of accommodation, are up to date and really accessible when you approach the immigration counter. Incomplete or disorganized paperwork can raise red flags. And I will talk about this a little bit later, because I got to know later on that this had a direct impact on my denial. Okay? Moving on. Be aware of your rights. Know your legal rights as a traveler. In case you are subjected to discrimination or unfair treatment, understanding the proper procedures for lodging complaints or seeking from consular services can help protect your interests. All right? Now, this is very, very important. I'm talking to everybody, especially me yardie, especially uno. Stay calm and polite. Let me repeat it. Stay calm and polite. As would I say in Jamaica, relax. Remember your manners. Anyway, while it's unfortunate that some travelers face discrimination, maintaining a calm, respectful attitude when interacting with immigration officers can often prevent things from escalating. Please avoid confrontation. Be patient when navigating the process, okay? Okay, so if you've come this far in the video and this video interests you or any of the topics I cover, please give a like, give a subscribe, leave a comment, and share, because this helps to promote my channel and allows me to continue to educate you on the immigration policies and stuff. Now, while this channel is mainly a travel channel, I wanted to look at all these issues before I move on to providing true Jamaican content to you. So just bear with me, okay? All right, what can we do to foster inclusive travel and promote equality across the board? First, it's essential that travelers and the broader travel industry work toward making travel more inclusive and equitable for everyone. Discrimination at the border affects not only the individuals who face it, but the global travel community as a whole. So, by advocating for fair treatment and supporting inclusive travel practices, we can begin to break down the biases that shape the way people are treated during their journeys. Here are some ways that we can work towards doing this. First of all, what you can do is research. So look for some organizations that are working on travel equity. There are many NGOs and advocacy groups that focus on promoting fair immigration policies and advocating for marginalized travelers. Supporting these organizations can help amplify the message of equality. All right. So also you need to be mindful of unconscious biases. As a traveler, it's important to examine your own assumptions about other cultures and people. We all do it. Don't lie. Me sure say you do it. We all have it, all right? But once we start to address this and try to make changes, maybe we can help one person at a time. So by acknowledging your own bias and working to overcome them, we can help to create a more open, accepting travel environment for everyone. All right, another thing we can do is to share your experiences and raise awareness. Travelers like me who have experienced passport discrimination can use their platform, like I did, to share their stories. This will help to raise awareness and encourage the travel industry to adopt more inclusive practices. By spreading awareness, we can push for changes in immigration policies that reduce discrimination based on nationality or race. Also, when you're traveling, choose inclusive accommodations and tour operators. Supporting travel companies that provide inclusivity and diversity can contribute to creating a more fair and welcoming travel industry overall. Look for businesses that prioritize diversity, equity, and inclusion in their operations. Again, do your research. Look it up. All right? So, I think the only thing I want to talk about now is that even though I refer to um, immigration, it is passport discrimination, I know that this was a part of my thing. Why do I say this? Because out of all the people on the plane, there were at least 30 Jamaicans. How much? 30 Jamaicans were taken off of that plane. All right? And 22 of us were sent back. Now, I watched my daughter's video. I'll put it down in the comments below, where she spoke about what she went through after my experience. But one of the things she said over there is that the immigration officer said to her that the reason they were sending me back was because I did not have all the necessary documents when I approached the window. What were these documents? I did have a return ticket, but I did not have an invitation letter. I did not have an invitation letter. Now, we never even knew this was possible. She explains that more in her video. Also, they had, I don't know, my daughter said she had made some error on my passport. She didn't, and we're not going to go into that there. Not on my passport, sorry, on my return ticket. So while I did have a valid return ticket, there was an error on it, which I'm not going to go into right now, but there was an error on it. So even though this was corrected, and she did purchase a valid, God, what am I hearing them, God? Even though she did purchase a valid return ticket, and I did say that the first one she purchased was to go to Panama. Do you know who advised me to tell her to send it to Panama? One of the immigration officers. And after she did that, they said it was not sufficient. She then went ahead and purchased a ticket taking me to Jamaica. Still no help. Even though there was intervention by the Jamaican embassy and my daughter, that still did not happen. Because of my positive view on things that happened in my life, I think they did me one hell of a favor. Not because they were trying to do me a favor, but only because of my attitude towards when things go wrong in my life and my ability to turn the bad around, to take a bad opportunity, make it a stepping stone, and rebuild. It has been tough, but I know how to deal with tough. I know how to fight. I'm a fighter. I've been fighting my entire life. Cancun can't beat me. I'm strong like that. I am Jamaican. I'm a proud Jamaican. Have always been, will always be. So just stick around, follow me. I'll be bringing you some good Jamaican things, take you to places that you never ever hear about in a Jamaica. So if you want to follow this journey, please remember to subscribe, like, leave a comment, and please hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I post my next video. Thank you for watching. I am your Jamaican Gypsy Granny. Walk good.